Hi, my name is Detroit Miracle, and I am here to talk about police using excessive force and only targeting mainly the darker races for such misuses of power. Okay, first of all, we are well aware that the police do not have an easy job, and in fact, they have a very dangerous job. And we are well aware also that the police have family members that they would like to make it home to. And that's why many decent, solid citizens do not try to give them any problems when they deal with us. Because, we're well aware of those facts. But the issue is, like, certain cops have seemingly took it upon themselves to become judge, jury, and executioner, and right in front of the public eye and cameras. And we do have a problem with that because, namely, people have a right to a due process in which they would have to go through the judicial system and get a trial by judge or jury, and then proceedings that would decide their fate would be beyond that stage of arrest. But we have seen so many police videos where it seems like the cops have took it upon themselves to be the presiding judge in that matter, rather than just simply arresting a person and taking them to the station. Now, why is that? Hey, many of us also are not against the cops that would use excessive force or go beyond the necessary reasonable amount of force to subdue somebody if those police lives were in danger. Because we know everybody has a right to defend themselves if they're being attacked and if they are in harm and danger. If they had on those police videos, like all those cops being attacked by those perpetrators before they use lethal force on those perpetrators, and no one would disagree with that. It would not be any protest or any riots situation. And so how can anyone get mad at people in general for having a problem with that, as far as wanting to protest for purposes of bringing about change in the judicial criminal system? Because without protest, and that change would not be brought about. Hey, now, many of us are not going to stand here and say we agree with rioting, because that just tears things up and it serves no purpose. And then in a lot of cases when you riot, you just give people what they want, because they'll say, hey, well, see, these people are animals. Look, they're tearing up things, they're destructive. So that proves that the cops can only deal with them in one way, which is a violent way. So a lot of times when you choose to riot, you're going about the wrong way to protest. But those people that are rioting, many of them feel as though, the protesting wouldn't work anyway. And things have gotten so bad that they must take the most extreme measures in order to be heard under those circumstances and situations. Now with the issue of police killing or more frequently using excessive force on black people rather than white people, Asian people, Italian people, amongst other types of people. Hey, if there's a million police videos showing up from all over the country in which show black people receiving unfair treatment, rather than a million videos popping up showing, just say, white people, Asian people, Arabic people, Latino people, Eskimo people, then what are people supposed to think, and what are us black people supposed to think? If there's a million videos showing, hey, black people are being beaten and shot, like, wow, then there's a clear indication that we're being targeted, and not all black people, and not by all police officers. Hey, because there are a lot of good, solid, decent white police officers, and I encountered them, and I didn't have any problems with them. But rather, it's like those that are of the extreme and might have serious racial perspective viewpoints on races in which they would see as being inferior to them. And you find a lot out there like that. And then you got organizations that promote and preach and teach those very things in society. And I know people are raised and conditioned and trained to have perspective viewpoints, and so a lot of times it's not their fault that they have them. But there should be a change made, and there needs to be change. Like and then on all of those departments, or many of them, there are a lot of black police officers. So I feel like they should be the first to stand up and protest and say, look, if things don't change, we're gonna walk out, because we have family members too. And I don't want to hear about my nephew or niece being pulled over and executed on the road, because how would they know that they have a cop in the family or on the department? So I feel as though if changes are going to be made, then they also must be made from the inside as well as from the outside. Well, this is Detroit Miracle. If you all agree and like this video, please leave a like in the like section and a comment in the comment section. And please feel free to join my subscriptions.